Welcome to the Pharmacy Owners Alliance weekly podcast. I'm Patrick Cato, Director of Marketing and Vendor Relations for POA. My guests today are Mehrdad Hariri, Program Director, and Cole Thomas, Director of Sales for RxConnexion. RxConnexion is a unique company offering multiple programs that enhance both efficiency and profitability of independent pharmacies. In a previous podcast, Mehrdad and I gave you an overview or a peek at some of what RxConnexion offers, with a promise to delve deeper into later podcasts. Today, we're going to do just that with their 503B and XPedicareRx program. So welcome. Thank you for joining me today, guys.
Hey, thank you, Patrick, for having us on your podcast. We're excited. Of course, we've got no other than Mr. Cole Thomas. Hey, Cole.
Hey, Mehrdad. Hey, Patrick. Thanks for having me on today.
Thanks for joining. So to begin, I'd like to start today's discussion with you, Mehrdad, to give us a quick overview, if you would, of RxConnexion and why RxConnexion is unique for independent pharmacies.
Sure, yeah. RxConnexion, from the get-go, we wanted to have something that we can provide to independent pharmacies. As a pharmacist and a previous multi-store owner, I knew how important it is for some of the pharmacies to be able to have access to a lot of different type of either digital or SaaS programs that they can enhance their business, they can improve their business and create cash revenue. So we started the mission, if you will, by thinking about what can we provide to the pharmacies. And of course, we have about a dozen or so different solutions for pharmacies. Notably, the ones that what we want to talk about is the GLP and a 503B workflow that we have for pharmacies that they can combine not only digital solutions for marketing that we provide to pharmacies, but they can purchase a 503 the products, the GLPs direct from a 503B facility that we partner with, as well as all the marketing and the telemedicine, most importantly, that would provide your pharmacy with a prescription so you can go ahead and you have everything at your possession. So you will have marketing, you have the telemedicine, and you have the product. So there's nothing else that you are really missing in order for you to start your GLP or weight loss program. And XPedicare is not just for GLP, Patrick. It's more than that. Okay, it's for ED, it's for hair loss, eyelash, skin, aging, a lot of sports nutrition, sports products. Of course, our doctors do not prescribe testosterone or gabapentin, but everything else that we provide, like Sermorelin, we have NAD, we have glutathione that our doctors would prescribe, and you would have access to these type of products for like aging and so on and so forth. But I'll let Cole explain all of that, dig a little deeper into those kind of stuff for you guys. But I just wanted to say that XPedicare, it's a state-of-the-art, and it's just like putting a minute clinic in your pharmacy. So if the patient's got cold sore, eye infection, upper respiratory, UTI, anything else, this program just creates exactly what you need, so you get the prescriptions directly coming to your pharmacy and nobody else. And the patient can access it in a quick way from anywhere, from home or from your store. Okay?
Wow. So we asked Cole then, how, since we're talking about XPedicareRx today, how does it integrate with the pharmacy's workflow?
Sure. Yeah, Patrick, that's a great question. So as Mehrdad had mentioned, this is a 24-hour telemedicine service that's revolutionizing the way pharmacies are able to partner with providers to do upper respiratory infection or to do UTI, but it's also a way that you can receive a prescription for over 100 compounds. So this is a model, it's referred to as the store and forward model. So the patient's going to start with an asynchronous consultation. Once they complete that consultation through the portal that every pharmacy gets assigned, it's completely white labeled. The pharmacy will then receive the prescription, collect the payment from the patient, download and have access to the script. So from 10,000 feet up, it's a similar model to Roman, Hims and Hers, Lemonade Health, RexMD. So the pharmacy can basically have a provider prescribing compounded or lifestyle medications, which every pharmacy needs more of these because they may lose money on some of the prescription or brands that they fill, and now have all that integrates into their current workflow.
This is an amazing sounding program. I think it's definitely something our pharmacies have needed. So, Merdad, can you tell us what a 503B workflow is and how important it is to pharmacies?
Sure. Well, I don't have to tell everybody, what's a GLP, what's a 503B. Basically, a 503B is an outsourcing facility that can provide you with all the sterile products, such as the tirzepatide, semaglutide, NAD, glutathione, and a whole bunch of other sterile products directly to your pharmacy. A 503B can only sell to a pharmacy and they cannot sell to a patient. Okay. So what happens here is that when we connect you with our partner 503B facility, you have access to all these different products, okay, at a very, very low price. And in some instances, we actually about 50% less than what they can buy it elsewhere through other organizations or groups, because we have really cut down on the price of it. We want to be the leader in that area. So when you buy the product, okay, and let's say you order the semaglutide from your 503 facility, and it comes to your pharmacy on ice, stored on a second day air. Sometimes it gets there the next day. You basically get that product, and you say, okay, what do I do with this? Okay, well, you have to generate interest into what you have. So what do most companies do? They advertise on their social media is number one thing, because if you're not a legit script pharmacy, you cannot advertise prescription medication on Facebook or any other social media or Google. So if you're legit script, your problem solved. But if you're not, you need to market that on your social media, share that post all over the social media, and then have all the resources available for you, such as flyers, posters, brochures, cards, and we provide all of that to you. If you want videos, we can create videos. We even, let's say we run across a bunch of pharmacies that say, I don't have a website. I just have the Amerisource, the Cardinal generic website, or McKesson generic website, and that's what I have. I said, well, why don't you have your own website? Because with that, you can do a lot more than just have a static type website that doesn't really do anything for you. So the workflow is that we give you the telemedicine, we'll give you the product, and we give you all the marketing. So all you got to do is market this through your pharmacy to your patients, put one of those cards that we give you, that's a little business card, put them in every bag that leaves your pharmacy. We have bag stuffers, staple one to every bag that leaves. Put out a poster where you can get a poster, put it on your window. And as people go by, in some pharmacies of ours that we have looked, they have actually bought these little flags that they put on the side of the road. We've all seen it flopping around saying GLPs here or whatever. Believe it or not, that brings in a lot of interest. People actually see it. So the workflow is such that, you get the product, you get the telemedicine, you market it, and then you ship it or have it delivered to the patient, or, the patient can simply come in and pick it up. So that's the streamlined, workflow for your GLPs. Now, it works the same way for everything else. Say you market yourself for ED. You have access to Bimix, Trimix, Quadmix. Those are the injectable medication for ED. You have access to a whole bunch of compounded products, like combination of sildenafil, tadalafil, or just plain old tadalafil, sildenafil, Viagra, and Cialis. You have access to all of those products that you can now market to your pharmacy. And these are all cash business, Patrick. I mean, all cash business. So you don't have to worry about paying anybody else any kind of a fee. That's all goes right in your pocket.
That sounds amazing. So from your point of view, you just explained how it works in the pharmacy. I'd like to know, I'm a patient and I would like to avail myself of this service. Do I need to come into the store and fill out something, or how should I do this?
No, not at all. So once you sign up for XPedicare, okay, you have a back-end access to all your treatments, okay? So we have, like Cole mentioned, we have over 100 different treatments, compounded treatments that you could add to your portal, which is on your website that we provide you in an A-frame or HTML code that you could quickly, within minutes, put that on your website. So once you put that on your website, then you market. People go to your website and they just click on semaglutide, Viagra, whatever treatment they're looking for, even travel meds. One of the biggest thing that we are actually seeing, and I see, a bunch of doctors that you see on CNBC and CNN and Fox News and all that. Now they're advertising their own emergency medication kits, with the bird flu, this flu that's, that we're encountering right now across the country. They call it an emergency kit. So basically, what you could do is request an emergency kit that contains all the medications that someone would need if they're traveling overseas, or let's just say they're going camping to Grand Canyon or some part of the country and they don't have access to a doctor right away. They want to have an anti-diarrheal, maybe an antibiotic, some kind of a cream. You could create all of that. So everything is right into the portal that we provide to you in the HTML or A-frame. Give it to your website developer, and if we make your website, we actually do all of that for you. You don't have to pay anybody else. We put that all into your website, and that's all it takes. The rest is just go out and start marketing. To let the world know that you have what you have. And trust me, in this day and age, especially with GLP, we signed up a pharmacy in Florida, and the lady said, "Hey, Mehrdad, I'm so busy, I don't have time." I said, "Well, what happened?" He goes, "I'm getting so many GLP prescriptions, I don't have time to do anything else." And I said, "Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?" He goes, "Well, it is, but I'm so bad, I don't have time." I said, "Well, maybe the money you make on the GLP, maybe you should hire a second pharmacist and let them help you a couple hours a day, right?" So
being all cash business, that's a good problem to have.
exactly. Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
You mentioned marketing, and one of the things I hear from pharmacy owners is they understand basic marketing, traditional marketing, but how about social media, digital type marketing? Can RxConnexion help them with that?
Of course. Like I said, we are a complete digital marketing agency for pharmacies. I'm going to let Cole explain that because that's, not that I don't know. Yes, I know everything about it, but I'll let Cole explain it because he can probably explain it better. He's much younger than me, Patrick. And, these younger kids, they know things better, right?
Sure do.
So go ahead, Cole. I'll let you answer that question.
Okay. All right. I'll take this one. So, Mehrdad, Patrick, basically what we can offer is a full service digital marketing agency. So if you needed a website developed, Mehrdad had mentioned that some pharmacies have very basic websites, but you'd be surprised there's a lot of pharmacies out there who don't even have an active website. They have zero digital presence. So we can build a website at a very good price for pharmacies if they're interested. Now, when it comes to having findability tools or ways to market to your patients, there's several different solutions. The first one is we have a program called Rx Chatbot, which is a lead capture tool where if a patient comes to your pharmacy's website 24/7, our Rx Chatbot will not only answer any question that patient has about something related to the pharmacy or even something related to their health, but it will also ask the patient for their first name, last name, email, and phone number that you can then capture that data, store that data in a CRM, and later, if you want to do an SMS outbound, you want to do an email outbound, now you have data that you can retarget patients. For example, this is the way I like to explain to pharmacies because sometimes they don't understand the value at first. But if I were to walk into a pharmacy, any pharmacy, and I walk around, I look at the OTC items and I pick up something and I just walk out. Well, that business owner has no way to remarket or retarget me. Now with our chatbot, we have a way to digitally capture that information, store it, ultimately market to the patient. Another tool we have is we do search engine optimization. So oftentimes pharmacies will have a website built, but they don't implement any kind of tool to stand out or use keywords in order to be tracked and Google to be more likely to refer their business. So we do search engine optimization. We do reputation management, pharmacies who want to do review requests, because if your pharmacy isn't 4.5 stars or above, well, sometimes your competitor may be 4.8, and then Google may be referring business elsewhere. So having a way to track and manage your reputation is also important. So these are some of the findability tools that we have that we see pharmacies looking to implement to not only increase their digital visibility, but also ultimately to find that ideal customer profile and link them back to your website where they could visit the telemedicine to start a consultation or contact the pharmacy regarding other services they're interested in.
Excellent. Murdad did mention something about bag stuffers and printed type materials too. Do you have a way that people are able to access those?
We do. So we actually have an entire online store with hundreds and hundreds of assets available that not only will we provide you the asset, we'll also customize every asset. So it's a flat rate that includes customization. If a pharmacy were to visit RxConnexion.com, that's spelled RxConnexion.com, and navigate to marketing, you can visit our online store, search through our assets, purchase, we'll customize, and send you a high resolution PDF that you can have printed locally.
Basically, they're a one-stop shop for everything they would need, not only to get into XPedicareRx, but also to market it to the patients out in the field and build a business that way. That's excellent.
That's
That is
correct.
correct, Patrick. I mean, like I said, we don't like to use the word Costco, but it's like a Costco of everything for pharmacy. I mean, to put it in a simple term so people can understand it, because we get a lot of people coming and say, "Wow, that's a lot of stuff. What do you guys actually do?" I said, "Well, what is it that you need? You need website, you need digital solutions, you need marketing, you need prescribing data so you can see what doctors are prescribing out there." And one of the things I would like to mention here, Patrick, is might be a good thing. Possibly we may have something in our next podcast in the future. We actually launching our Cost Plus pharmacy in the next week or so. Okay. And this Cost Plus is basically helps you have a Cost Plus program that you manage, and you can have patients, physicians, you can do eligibility check, you can compare your patient's insurance costs versus the discount card price versus your cash cost plus price, and compare it and be able to show the patient how much they can actually save. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of it, right, Patrick? And people say, I paid $90 for a particular medication, and the pharmacist said I can sell it to you for $25 cash, right? It's that kind of stuff. And not only that, you can market these down to the physician. So you can go into a doctor's office and say, "Hey, we have a Cost Plus," and let the doctor go and create an account, and he can actually do eligibility check. He can do price check. He can look at his patients and see exactly what the cost of the medication for that patient is. So it's a very nice system. And as soon as we launch it, and by next week, we'll make sure that we'll let you know. And if anybody wants, they can just come in and we can schedule a call. We can demo it for them. Okay. So.
Well, if I had to describe RxConnexion, I would describe you as like the home office for the chains, because CVS, Walgreens, they have a home office that provides them with all the marketing materials and things. You do that. So you could basically be like, I think, the home office for independent pharmacies.
Yeah.
Definitely got the tools that they need.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to say is that unlike some other companies, we don't charge hundreds and thousands of dollars per month to give you these solutions. Because as a pharmacist, I know exactly where pharmacists are, standing. I mean, these folks, sometimes I talk to some pharmacies, they're poor guys filling 50, 80 scripts a day, and he's losing $100 in one day. You say, why am I open? Why should I even stay in business? Why should I just stand here 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and lose $100 a day? For what? So we try to teach them, hey, you can improve your cash business with GLP, with compounded products, and with different type of solutions that we offer. Like one of the other newest thing that we offer, let's just say you're a pharmacy and you don't do a lot of compounding. You just do the regular pills and things like that. But when it comes to the telemedicine, you say, well, I don't do this type of sterile compounding. Okay. So what we do, we have partnered with a 503A facility. So basically you can put all these compounded products, everything on your XpediCare, right? And what happens there is that when the patient completes the evaluation, the prescription passes through your pharmacy into a 503A facility that receives the prescription, fills it, and ships it to the patient. And based on your agreement with the 503A, you get a referral fee, which in most cases is a lot more than what you would make selling the prescription to third parties, right? I would say probably 4 times as much, maybe 10 times as much. Yeah.
Can you question that? If I'm a pharmacist or a patient, and I'm sending this prescription in for the compound, and it goes to the third party to fill it, as a pharmacy owner, let's say, could I get it to come back to my store, then I get it to the patient, or does it have to go from the third party directly to
No,
the
it
patient?
has to go from a 503A. I mean, you don't want that prescription from 503A be sent to your pharmacy so the patient can come pick it up, because that poses, again, some liability on your end, legal. Okay. So let the 503A facility that is licensed in your state can legally ship the prescription. Let them ship it directly to the patient. Okay. All right. And then of course, they put the tracking, they put it on ice, they do everything that's required to in order for you to get your medication. Why put yourself in the middle of something if you don't have to? You see what I'm saying? And just it might create some legal issues at some point. And you know how everybody's looking for a lawsuit, right?
Especially here in Florida.
All right.
Okay, so the GLP-1s are skyrocketing. Everybody knows that. So getting involved in it, what type of profitability is there for stores when they do this?
I'll let Cole answer it because he's the one. I mean, I know how much they are. We got pharmacies that are making, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, $50,000 to $90,000 a month in net profits. Okay. And we got some pharmacies that are doing 2, 3, 4, 5 a day, and they're making tens of thousands. But I'll let Cole answer that. Cole, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So it really comes down to how is the pharmacy marketing their program? Have they partnered with providers? Are they getting referrals? How much volume are they doing? However, with the rates that we have through our 503B facility that we partner with, there's even more profit margin available now. So I do get asked often, well, there's plenty of new pharmacies who call us often and they say, hey, I don't even know, where do I start with pricing? We suggest the pharmacy add a minimum of $100 to their costs and then retail the prescription. So then it comes down to how well can the pharmacy market? Are they partnering with providers? Are they using telemedicine that's available as well as marketing? So it's not an easy answer to give, Patrick, but I can tell you that if the pharmacy is marketing it properly and they have the right tools in place and they're adding about $100 per script, take that with a grain of salt because sometimes people are in more competitive demographics than others. There's a lot of cash business to be made in GLP-1s.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm moving right. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
No, I said, if you just simple calculation, you do 5 prescriptions a day, 5 days a week, and you make $100, which that's on the low end, you can make $100 per prescription. So that means you have to sell the GLPs for $199 for a month's supply. You make $100. I mean, less the ship, if you were shipping that, less your shipping and handling costs. But if they're picking it up or whatever, you're making about $100 to $150 per prescription. 5 of those a day times 5 days a week times 22 days a month. And you just do the calculation. Okay. Mm-hmm. We got pharmacies that are doing about 10 to 15 of those a day. And you might have seen some of those stores on social media, Facebook and stuff. I mean, they got a little basket that is filled with boxes and they're shipping it out and they're licensed in other states. And the key is, let's say if you're licensed in 2 states, 10 states, 50 states. So you can multiply that because we're licensed in all 50 states. And legally could ship this product anywhere in the country. So in my days when I had a pharmacy that we used to ship to all 50 states, originally I thought, hey, if I get 10 prescriptions per state, I'll be doing 500 more prescriptions a day, right? In my mind. I mean, I'm talking about 1999, right? Yeah. Reality was that we were getting 50, well, let's say we were 50 to 300 prescriptions from, let's say, California and Texas and Florida and Georgia and Ohio and Kentucky and all those Tennessee. Okay, so we're getting one from Wyoming, one from Hawaii, or so on. But when you added all these states into the equation, it really added up to thousands and thousands of prescriptions that we were processing every day, among
Mhm.
pharmacies. So it can really have an additive effect. So what I want to open the pharmacist, the listener's mind is that don't think small, think big. You're in the state of Texas, you're licensed in Texas, you can ship anywhere in the state of Texas legally. So why limit yourself to a little town population, 5,000, 20,000, 100,000, right? Go
Mhm.
beyond that. And with our digital marketing, you're able to do that. You can market yourself all over the state of Texas. And if you have other states, hey, more power to you, right? This, even if you get a couple of those a day or one a day, it really adds up.
Yeah, being able to tap a mass market like the whole country would be amazing.
Yeah.
We talked about GLP-1s, but you did also mention there's some other type things that people can do that are able to be done through this program. I think you mentioned Bimix or Trimix, some other
Right.
type of
Well, we
products.
saw the need. I mean, we had pharmacies asking me, back 25 years ago, I had a little sterile room and IV, and we used to make Bimix and Trimix and that sort of stuff. And it was profitable. I mean, we sold it for a couple $100 a month and it made money, but I decided not to make those sterile products anymore. But this day and age, not everybody has the luxury of spending $250,000 for a clean room, right? So, and although we have one pharmacy in Texas, and this guy, I could be more than happy to call us. We can provide you his name and number. You can call him up. He made so much money. I'm not going to say this. He actually he did his business so well with this GLPs that he actually saved enough money to build his own clean room, and it's $250,000-$300,000. So he used his money in the correct way. Okay. So why Bimix? Why Trimix? Why NAD? Why glutathione? That sort of stuff. Because in this day and age, everybody's working out. Everybody wants to look better at an older age. Definitely with me. I want to look younger, but I can't get. I can't get myself to look any younger than this. That's it. That's all I can do. But a lot of people are spending a lot of money. We have a pharmacy that have an IV drip. Okay. And they have built a, what do you call that? I don't want to call it what do you call that, Cole?
Like an IV lounge?
No, not like Thrive. What do they have? It's I don't want to say
Infusions?
no, I don't want to call it a health club. What do they call that?
They call it a recovery club.
Recovery club. Thank you. So they call it a recovery club. So they have saunas, they have ice bath, they have physical therapists, they have nurses, they have an IV drip, right? And they have telemedicine. I mean, what else are you looking for? So a lot of people, they pay for, go in and get vitamin C injected into the vein, for $250. Well, if that's what you like, well, that's good. Or they do a, vitamin depletion, make sure what you're missing and, kind of like target your deficiency based on your blood work and give you that kind of IV. A lot of people claim that they feel better. They feel a lot more energetic. Or let's say if they've had past injury, So there's a lot of things that you could do with these type of things, especially with Bimix or Trimix. Those are the things that you cannot compound. A regular, typical pharmacy, I would say 90% of pharmacies cannot compound the Bimix or Trimix. You have to be a really specialized pharmacy. So by us providing you that medication, and you can advertise it, go to urologists and say, hey, look, we have Bimix and Trimix. You don't think that they're going to send you any prescriptions? They would, and we'll give you the video instruction how to inject it. So it's not just, here you go, have fun with the syringe. No, along everything that we do, Patrick, pharmacy education, patient education is goal number one when it comes to what we do at RxConnexion. Okay. It's a very high touch process,
And if I could also mention something about that, Patrick, when you asked, so why these other medications in addition to GLP-1? We know, just like everything else in pharmacy, it comes in waves. We had COVID wave, and now we're kind of on the tail end, hopefully not, but we kind of are coming to the tail end of GLP-1. We want to help pharmacies segue when GLP-1's into other forms of cash business. So by offering providers who will write for Simorelin, NAD+, the nasal spray, the injectable, Trimix, Bimix, Quadmix, this is all cash business. So having this opportunity for the pharmacies because GLP-1 has been probably keeping a lot of these pharmacies afloat for the past year, now they have something that they can transition to that's also profitable.
100% agreed, Patrick, because now let's just say one thing that Cole forgot to mention, which is might be an interest for a lot of listeners, is they also be able to get oral dissolving GLP-1 products. Oral dissolve ODTs of, let's say, semaglutide. I mean, which pharmacy is going to go make all of that, and how much money are you going to make? Now you can get those products easily in your hands, and you can provide this to your patients. And not only that, but just drops, liquid, all these troches, all these different type of formulations. So, I mean, it's a big thing. And as a pharmacist, if I had a pharmacy today, and the last year and a half or so, I wish I had a pharmacy. I could have made an additional $100,000-$200,000 a month income for myself, And it is true. We're not exaggerating. We're not just making things up to make things sound big or anything like that. But, so we give you every resource you need to grow your business. All you're missing is the will to succeed. If you want to promote your services, maybe do some marketing, the business will come. Just like that one lady I told you in Florida, he says, Bernard, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do anything else. I said, well, it's a good thing, man. Why not? I mean, keep doing it, while you can, and try to do the other stuff and hire somebody else,
True. I hear from so many of the owners when I talk to them that what you said earlier, they're not making any money. They're losing money on things, but there are ways, and this is a perfect example. There are ways, if you're creative, to build a business. So, Cole, I wanted to ask you, we've covered a lot of topics here in different programs that you all have. Can you kind of summarize each one up from the 503B program to the marketing, digital, things like that, so people would know what to ask for?
Sure. Yeah. So we have talked about a lot of different things. The first thing is, if you're not currently purchasing compounded GLP-1s, consider a trusted outsourcing facility. There's one that we partner with. They have great pricing and low minimum order quantities. So when it comes to procuring the product, we do have a solution. If you say, well, I need a provider to write for the prescription, I don't have many providers, or the providers I know say, I just want to write for brand name. Well, in that case, we can offer you telemedicine available for your patients 24/7 to do evaluations. And then having telemedicine is great, but it's the means to receive the prescription. So if you had a telemedicine in conjunction with a digital or print marketing tool, now you have a way to drive the business. So if you need digital findability tools, that's something we can offer. If you need print marketing, we can create anything custom you're looking for. And lastly, if you're looking for other ways to expand just beyond GLP-1s, we do have solutions available through the three that I just explained. And all encompassing, what we're looking to do is help revolutionize the pharmacy industry through driving new cash business. So if you would like to get a live demo of what we offer or schedule a call with us, you could simply visit our website, RxConnexion.com. Up in the right-hand corner, it will say schedule a call. Connect with us. We can share what we have to offer.
Excellent. That was going to be my next question. How would people reach you? So thank you for that.
Yes. So I'd be happy to give you guys a live demo.
Patrick, one thing I just want to ask real quick is that I want to add is that, we're unlike other services, other companies that might even provide similar services. I'm a pharmacist. We have other pharmacists that help us along the way. We have business majors. We have audio engineers. We have video engineers. We have ways to create all of these for print and social media and everything else. So, we have a bunch of professionals that are working for us, and we're here to help you at a price that you can afford. As a matter of fact, I think I already sent you the flyer. Is that we send you some special prices for POA members that if you would like to subscribe to these type of services, we've put a bundle thing together, and it really is as low as $139 a month. You can get a whole bunch of stuff, which is a true bargain. And if you guys want to learn more, be sure you get a hold of Patrick or POA. You can just, when you call us, schedule a call, just say, I'm a POA member. How much do I pay? And we will definitely be sure to, share with you your, the low price of the offer that we're offering to all the POA members. Okay.
Mehrdad, you read my mind. I was going to ask you a little bit about pricing as my next question. I know as a pharmacist owner, some people will sit there and think, well, I've heard programs before, and then I find out they're thousands of dollars. I happen to know for a fact yours are not. Yours are affordable. So I would urge anybody, check this out. You'll do well working with RxConnexion.
Thank you. Yep. I mean, honestly, we run across a whole bunch of pharmacies, and I'm just we see a lot of extremes. Just real quick, we met with a pharmacist. He was paying upward of $4,000 a month. I know it's hard to believe, but he was paying about $4,000 a month. And when we reviewed what he was paying, we could see that he was basically was being taken, and we were able to bring that down to about $1,200 a month for everything he was getting and more. So you can see the value. I mean, if you go to RxConnexion, you see the pricing, you see the value that we offer. It's something that everybody can afford. So I've always told Cole, and I tell everybody in the office, we want to be the Henry Ford for automobiles. We want everybody to ride. Okay. We don't want to leave anybody behind. Okay. Right.
Philosophy. So before we wrap everything up, Cole or Mehrdad, is there anything else that we may not have covered you'd like to touch base on?
I think we did good. How about you, Cole?
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
And a good amount of time. So.
Okay, good. I think we did too, and I love the information you provided. It's very helpful. One more time, how can people reach you?
So people can reach us by visiting our website, RxConnexion.com. That's RxConnex as an X-ray, ION.com. You can schedule a call or give us a call at the phone number listed at the top. We'd be happy to assist you.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to thank you both for joining me today. This has been very informative.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Patrick. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us over. I mean, we look forward to helping your members grow their cash business, grow their business. And most importantly, as a pharmacist to other pharmacists, is that we want you to stay in business. I hate it when I call a pharmacy and they say, oh, we're closing down next week because we couldn't afford it. And we had a comment from somebody that told me, man, where were you about 3 months ago?
Okay. So you were there.
Yeah, we were here, but they weren't listening. Yeah, exactly. So
that's why we got to get the word out. Yeah. So for our viewers today, I hope that you found the discussion with Mehrdad and Cole helpful and useful. Please be sure to check out RxPOA.org, the website for POA, and upcoming issues of Topic Tuesday for additional information on RxConnexion. And until the next time, thank you for viewing.